What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Berm, and today we are hitting the VGC Series 2 ranked ladder once again with this. Gravity, Sandy Shocks, Iron Valiant, Iron Treads team. Gang, this team is so much fun to use. This is actually the second video I'm making with this team. And so if you want the full team breakdown, I'm going to ask that you go in the description below and click on the link that brings you to the other video that uses this team, because I'm not going to go through the entire thing again. It was like a 10-minute breakdown, which is important because there's a lot of different ways this team works synergetically and not synergetically. So you might want to be careful of those warning signs. There's also like little EV creeps and drops so that you can outspeed certain things, underspeed certain things within your own teammates. So I do think it's really important if you're planning on borrowing this team specifically to go watch that video just to watch that team breakdown. But if you want to find out for yourself if this team looks fun enough for you to borrow, then just keep watching this video because we're going to get a bunch of good battles with it. I basically sat down yesterday morning and battled for I think probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours, so that I could have a bunch of battles with this team. So my clothes are going to change. I'm including battles from yesterday's record that weren't in that first video. But I do hope that you enjoy it. And if you do, please like, comment, and subscribe because the video helps. It helps the video reach more people. It helps the channel grow. We're growing every day. It's very exciting. Thank you so much for that. And also in the description below is a PokePaste for the team. And there's a link to a Discord in the description below. Go check that out. Join the Berm Firm Discord with all the other viewers of the channel. Very nice folks over there. And there's also timecodes, so you can skip this little intro if you want to. But for those who want to just know a little quick breakdown, I'm not going to go into the full details here. We have Sandy Shocks here with Booster Energy. We have Noivern here with Covert Cloak. Essentially, you're going to be leading with these two a lot of the time because Sandy Shocks has Gravity, which you want to activate turn 1 if you can. And Noivern has Tailwind, which is obviously good for the rest of the team. Noivern also has not Frisk, it has Telepathy. And you can discharge next to Noivern and not have to worry about it. Alternatively, instead of Noivern, you can bring Iron Treads. Iron Treads is a ground type that gets Electric Terrain. Electric Terrain works like a Tailwind for both Iron Valiant and Bundle. It increases their speed stats. So if you maybe are looking at a team and you're like, well, maybe Noivern is a really bad matchup for their lead or something, maybe Iron Treads would work a little bit better. And then you can activate Electric Terrain while setting Gravity. Or you can just discharge turn 1 and set Electric Terrain because Iron Treads also doesn't care about discharge. Gothitelle is here for if you ever run into a hard Trick Room team. It's really nice to be able to Trick Room to reverse their Trick Room and they can't switch out. So if they're leading like in DD Hatterene, let's say, they might set Trick Room turn 1. Turn 2, you can set Trick Room again, reset it, because they can't switch out. And those two Pokemon likely aren't going to have any way to defeat Gothitelle so that they can switch out. That's why Gothitelle's there. You might see it once or twice in today's video. I definitely used it in the other video. Go check that out if you want to see it. Iron Valiant and Iron Bundle will both activate Speed. I mentioned that when they are in Electric Terrain. And the Gravity essentially hits Hydro Pump, helps Hydro Pump hit, helps Blizzard hit, helps Focus Blast hit, and helps Hypnosis hit. It also helps all of Noivern's moves hit. Gravity is just an insanely good ability that not only makes some Pokemon hit the ground, it's a move, not an ability. It makes some Pokemon hit the ground and then you can hit them with a bunch of ground moves, or it just makes your moves more accurate. And this team is chock full of moves that like to be more accurate because their base powers are insanely high. I hope that you enjoy using the team. I hope that you enjoy this video. I hope that you like, comment, and subscribe because that'd be real nice. And without any further ado, let's hop into some battles here, shall we? Sun Team for my opponent. Wow, lots of Paradox Mons. They actually have Sun. They have all past Paradox and 1 future Paradox, whereas I have all future and 1 past. This is a pretty scary looking team. I'm not going to lie to everybody. I would never do that. I would never lie to you. So why start now? I think I have to get Electric Terrain up. Like I have to get Tailwind and I have to get Electric Terrain. Can I do both of those things? I think I'm turn 1 going to try and get both. If I can, then suddenly Iron Valiant outspeeds like everything, and puts in a ton of work. But you know what? Sandy Shocks also benefits from the sun, weirdly. It has the booster energy, but it benefits from the sun as well. My opponent's sun. So part of me is like, Sandy in the back could set late game gravities if I don't get the electric terrain up, but I still outspeed stuff. I don't know. I hope I didn't click on this YouTube video thinking that I knew what I was doing. I know what I'm doing. To a degree. All right, and Flutterman Iron Hands. What do I think? What do I think is going to happen here? They didn't bring the sun immediately. Well, I'm going to Iron Head the Flutterman, and I'm going to Terra Fire to stop from dying to... Terra Fire has been coming in so clutch. I won't die to a fairy move now if I do this. And they also can't fake out my Noivern because of the Covert Cloak, so... But they don't know that. This is, what is this, open sheet? No. They don't know I have a Covert Cloak. Let's go, Noivern. Do your thing, dude. They fake out my Iron Tread, smart. They try to Moonblast my Noivern, but it's not going to work. A fresh Tailwind straight into my opponent. Not mad about that. Okay. Let's do the same thing. Let's Iron Head you, and let's Heat Wave. I think it's my best option. We could try to burn the Iron Hands. We could just generally get some nice Terra boosted damage. It's so crazy that Covert Cloak, I'm just thinking about this now. Covert Cloak, like, should be worse than Focus Sash, but everybody's conditioning of like what Focus Sash is and does. Ooh, Tropius comes out. That thing's not going to like a Heat Wave. Makes Covert Cloak so much better, you know? It's crazy. Everybody's like, oh, I know it's going to have Focus Sash. That's the kind of Pokemon that has Focus Sash. I'm going to fake it out first, break the Sash, get the flinch. But it's like, no, like if a Pokemon would run Focus Sash before, not anymore. That's an annoying Tropius set. That is the Harvest set of Tropius, I think. I don't think that thing's going to be Chlorophyll. Just want to name that. And they also have not showed... Yep, there's the Harvest. They haven't shown the... Should I Iron Head or should I Earthquake or should I Rock Slide? Are they going to let Fluttermane just go down to an Iron Head? Or do I Electric Terrain to just make myself fast? Fast. I think I Electric Terrain, actually. Because then I can't be put to sleep. If the Tropius... Does Tropius get Sleep Powder? It might not even get that. I could try to Cold Hurricane the Tropius. No, I think I have to still try to go for Heat Waves. Fluttermane has no business being here anymore, right? So going for an Iron Head into it is like, it's not going to stay on the field. I might as well do something else. Maybe we get the burn on Iron Hands this turn. That'd be great. I love that I'm getting the Electric Terrain because now my Pokemon in the back will be set up a little better. They go Water, Tropius. This thing is nuts. This Tropius is so annoying. It's awesome, but it's so annoying. It makes me think that whoever goes down first between my two Pokemon, Sandy Shocks just comes out next and goes for discharges next to whoever's left, right? And now we have the electric boost from the Electric Terrain for the discharges is also really nice. So we get speed. What does their Iron Hands get? It gets attack. Okay. And they Leech Seed into my... Okay. Interesting. So my instinct is to ignore the Tropius for now. I know that sounds crazy, but they could just protect on this turn. Let's Earthquake that there. And we can now Hurricane the Iron Hands for neutral damage without dropping my special attack too much. My opponent's smart. They'll attack my Noivern on this turn, because then I would lose Tailwind. But I'm not too worried about losing Tailwind, because I have the Booster Energy Sandy Shocks, and I have a Pokemon that's a Quark Drive in the back. So let's Hurricane Iron Hands now. I think so. Gotta get it, though. They're just going to fake out Iron Treads again. Which is interesting, because I just get Tailwind again then. And we land the Hurricane dry. Not bad. And they're just going to Leech Seed my Noivern 2. Why not? Why not? Sandy Shocks, we need you. Really, we need my opponent to kill somebody so that I can get Sandy Shocks out here. Let's Earthquake. Let's Tailwind again, baby. Didn't take out the Iron Hands. Not yet, anyway. There's the Tailwind. I know Flutter Mane's in the back, and I don't want to worry about it. And there's a Drain Punch into Iron Treads. Thank God something finally goes down. They're going to get a lot of HP back. Oh, not that much. And Tropius is going to Air Slash. Wow. Very cool. Very fun. We love it. He said. More sarcastic than anything he's ever said. Let's go Sandy Shocks. We gotta get this discharge while the electric terrain is up, while we're fast as heck. I haven't seen Tropius even protect yet, so they might not even have it. Let's do it. Noivern doesn't care about the discharge as well, which is really nice. Nice bit of synergy there. And I think I try to Dry Hurricane this guy again. That should get him low enough that even discharge might take him out. They got to be really careful about who they switch in here, because if they go Torkoal, like if the Torkoal's in the back, then Sandy Shocks benefits from that too. Can Booster Energy pop twice? I don't think I actually know the answer to that yet. If I have the... Sorry, if I have the Booster Energy and Sun comes out, do I get Photosynthesis twice? I don't know. I don't know that. There's the discharge. Nobody's leaving the field. Good night, Tropius. Get out of here, dude. You done. And if we could land this Dry Hurricane, that'd be great, too. We'll do it dry. We will do it dry. Noivern is here to stay. We can go for the discharge again on this next turn. Not bad. Here comes their own Sandy Shocks. So do we even want to go for the discharge in this next turn? How many turns of everything is left? We only have one turn of Electric Train left and 2 turns of Tailwind left. We got to have one of those 2 left for Valiant. It's not going to get the Electric Terrain. That's a little spooky. It makes me feel like I have to get rid of Flutter Mane before Valiant comes out. But I don't know how I do that, to be honest with you. Let's discharge to hit the Flutter Mane, and let's Heat Wave. They don't protect their Flutter Mane. That's huge. We need to kill the Flutter Mane. We're not even going to affect their Sandy Shocks, and I'm not even worried about that. And we get the para. That's all that mattered. That's all that mattered there. We needed that so bad. Here comes the Heat Wave. We miss because it's dry. It's dry Heat Wave. It's a dry heat. And they're going to take out my Sandy Shocks with their own Earth power there. And they get full parried there, so they can't even take out my Noivern there. That might be really, really important. Noivern might have to be on the field this turn to be able to take out their Sandy Shocks now. Yeah, that could be a big deal. We still are benefiting from Tailwind, but not from Electric Terrain, so we don't get the speed boost there for Quark Drive, but we are still under Tailwind for one last turn. Gotta go for the D-Gleam. And I think I Draco into Sandy. Yeah. My opponent has Protects. Now's the time to use them. We land the dry Draco. Noivern doesn't care. Doesn't care this time. That was a close one. I will admit that that was an incredibly close one. Unfortunately, we didn't get to benefit from like gravity in that game, but wow. I am really pretty stoked about pulling that one out in the very, very end. And Noivern doing insane things for us. Don't tell me Noivern's not the right Pokemon for this team. Because being immune to Discharge and being able to set Tailwind twice in that game was incredibly important. We needed every single turn of both Tailwinds in that game. So, super happy about that. I did use Tailwind twice in that game, right? Now I can't remember. Good game to my opponent. Okay. My opponent has some past Paradox Mons, but not future. So Electric Terrain can be useful to me here. And unless they get Tailwind up, which they might, we are pretty super effective against a lot of these Pokemon. They also have a Slacking with... I assume maybe... Does Fluttermane get... Skill swap or something? Maybe. I think I go Sandy Shocks, I go Noivern, I bring the Treads, and then I also bring... I want to bring Valiant, but I think it's actually Bundle. I guess I don't want to be really, really weak to the Glade, which kind of feels like it's banking on doing a lot. Let's go Valiant. There are Pokemon that are weak to Bundle are pretty frail anyways, so they're kind of weak to everything, if that makes any sense. So let's try this. Yeah, immediately I am sus of whatever's happening here. What are you doing? What I know is that I can immediately protect to stop Truant from doing anything. And we can get the Tailwind up. Do we outspeed Jumpluff? We might not, actually. Well, we can try to get the Tailwind up. It's not my only mode of speed control with the Electric Terrain in the back. They're going to Terra Ghost? No, Terra Normal. Okay. And what are you doing, Slacking? No, we get Tailwind up first. Great. And they're going to Sleep Powder my Noivern. Okay. And try to Giga Impact turn 1. Now they're going to have to Loaf. I'm cool with that. You know, it's fine. I could just discharge this turn. I don't need to Gravity right away, but I discharge so I can paralyze stuff, right? And Noivern's going to sleep for a turn, but I'm kind of cool with that too. They're going to have to switch out their Slacking. Yeah, because I could just literally protect every other turn. Here comes... Oh, I'd love to paralyze you. Let me discharge you, for sure. Didn't get any paralyses. But on this next turn, I still can't... Oh, no, they went for sleep for me, too. I assumed that they'd try to do... I kind of assumed that they'd try to Tailwind, but I guess they're not worried about that. Let's try and Gravity now. We're going to sleep for a turn with Sandy. But so we don't die immediately to a Dazzling Gleam or a Moonblast. Let's go Terra Fire on Noivern, and let's go for a Heat Wave. Hopefully we wake up on this turn. That'd be great. One turn sleep. One turn sleep. Otherwise, we might be wasting our Terra. Because while I'm confident we'll live one Moonblast, Noivern might be frail enough that it dies to 2 Moonblasts from Flutter main. Fortunately, we're still snoozing. If they do just go for the Dazzling Gleam. Okay, we actually did live that with more than half left, but they go for the Tailwind now. Okay. We gotta wake up, gang. We got to. I'm going to discharge again now. I don't think gravity is what we need here. And we're going to Heat Wave. As badly... they can Rage Powder all they want. Sandy Shocks is still sleeping. So that's 2 turns for Sandy Shocks as well. Noivern's taking 3 turns of sleep there. What are you doing, Mischievous? You're going to Shadow Ball my Sandy Shocks, actually. Okay. Do we lose Tailwind now? Yeah, geez, man. It just slept us through our entire Tailwind. I go Iron Treads here. Are they just going to sleep my Iron Treads? I think it's quite likely they do. I can try to Electric Terrain, but I think they move first and they sleep my Iron Treads. I have to try and Tailwind as well. Well, I guess I can just Heat Wave, right? Because, yeah, I can just Heat Wave. They just Mystical Fire my Iron Treads. That'll do a lot. Not everything, but it'll do a lot. And they're going to Sleep Powder me. Okay. Noivern, are you going to do the impossible 4 turns of sleep? Thank you. Finally. Wow, and we didn't even kill with those. Oh man, that's not good. That is not good news for Iron Treads specifically. I gotta try and Tailwind. I mean, they could just put me to sleep, right? What's the how many turns of their Tailwind do they have left? 1. Gotta try to Tailwind. They could just D-Gleam. Yep. And they're just landing all these Sleep Powders. Landing everyone. Jeez, man. How long you get to sleep this time, Noivern? Oh, man. They lose their Tailwind, which gives me a tiny bit of an opening. My Joy-Con is going to disconnect. I have the smallest opening here, but I might just die to a Dazzling Gleam since the Fluttermane's going to outspeed me. I gotta try and do it. I gotta try and pull it off, I think. And I can try and Tailwind. Do I need to Tailwind? I think I gotta try and Tailwind. We wake up. Noivern's gonna move first. That's huge. The Dazzling Gleam will hit now. Will it be enough to kill the Fluttermane? That's the big question. Oh, we are right back in this, gang. We are right back in this. Do we have to land a gravity-less Focus Blast to kill the Slacking? That's an interesting question that we do have to ask ourselves. And what's their last mon? It's the Gallade. Okay. Well, Dazzling Gleam hits the Gallade for a ton, so I can just do that. And I could just Heat Wave trying to hit Burns as well. I don't hate that idea. Because they could also just protect with something here. I can't protect my Noivern is the thing. I could protect Valiant for a turn if I think it would be helpful. I think it actually would be. We're going to protect Valiant for one turn. And I'm just going to go for a Heat Wave. See if we can't, A, get a burn, and B, try and get Noivern to live. Oh no, it's Wide Guard. It's Wide Guard Gallade. Wow. Didn't see that one coming. Please attack my Valiant, though, Slacking. It did. It tried to attack my Valiant, so the Protect. Why are you bringing Slacking with no way of stopping it? Okay. We got to try and hit the Focus Blast. If they're just going to be going for Wide Guards, we got to hit Focus Blast, and we got to hit Hurricanes. But we got to do it dry. So let's do it. Dry Focus Blasts. Come on, baby. Those sleep powders killed me, but I can't believe we're in it. We got the Hurricane onto the Gallade. We know that they have to... Oh, we got the Confusion, too. We know that they have to loaf with Slacking this turn. We hit it dry! That's a dry Focus Blast! That's for all those accurate sleep powders, Jumpluff. You son of a gun. They just get the Sacred Sword, but they go into the Pokemon that doesn't matter. Noivern, I'm sorry that I made fun of how long you were sleeping. Nap as long as you want in the afterlife, my friend. And there's the D-Gleam. I'm you, but from the future, Gallade. I'm better than you. Wow. I don't know why my opponent was running Slacking. The fact that they were running Slacking without any way of getting rid of Truant means that I should have won that game far more handily. But I'm really happy that we got kind of screwed on sleep turns. Tons of sleep turns that were more than just the one-turn sleep. And still like dug our ways back, I think was very satisfying for me personally. Good game to my opponent. Okay, my opponent has Iron Hands and a pretty obvious Trick Room built team. I'd love to lead Iron Treads here because I could just get rid of their Psychic Terrain, which seems to be their only way of setting Trick Room. Or not their only, it doesn't like actually set Trick Room for them. But I can reset it to Electric Terrain if I feel like that's necessary. Alternatively, well, or in addition, I can go Noivern and Iron Treads. Maybe I don't go Sandy Shocks in this game. Maybe I go Iron Treads and Noivern, who do have the same synergy together that Sandy Shocks has. It's just you go for Electric Terrain instead of Gravity. And we bring Gothitelle in case they get up the Trick Room. Do we bring Gothitelle in the back for that reason? Maybe. And then my last Pokemon's probably Bundle. Yeah, we try to bring Bundle in the back. Weird Pokemon to bring in this one. I don't know if I feel good about it. I've never brought Gothitelle in the back. When I bring Gothitelle, I bring it as a lead to directly oppose and discourage Trick Room. But for some reason, I feel confident that we'll be able to get the electric terrain up, and that feels good to me. Wimisier? What were the names there? Is this a German player? Wimisier. Oh, that's the Indeedee. And Carmadura. Strange. I could Tower Ground Earthquake here, too. I think I might do that turn 1. Just get it. I don't know that I need to... I'm in no immediate rush to Tailwind or Electric Terrain. Really, now that I'm thinking about it. So I could just Hurricane into... I could just Hurricane into the Indeedee. See if we can pull it off. The only reason I would try and reset Psychic Terrain here is to stop expanding Force, but I'm pretty confident that they're going to try and go for Trick Room here, somehow. It could be the Indeedee, it could be the Armarouge doing it. I think the biggest thing is, will they Wide Guard? They don't, and I miss the Hurricane. Bummer. Definite bummer. But we get the Earthquake off, and that might be enough. It doesn't kill the Armarouge. It does activate a weakness policy? Is that what that is? Oh, whoa. If this is expanding Force, I'm just screwed. No, it's just Armor Cannon. Okay. Wow. No Steel type required. Dang. I mean, that Armarouge is very clearly built for Trick Room to me. So that's like a max HP, max special attack Armarouge there. That feels pretty clear to me. We gotta go Gothitelle. We gotta reverse this thing. And in that same vein, we got to try and take out the Indeedee so that it can't reset it on me. They were not weak armor, right? They were flash fire, so that's not even really worth it. I'm actually really glad we didn't kill the Armarouge weirdly, because then Torkoal would just be in right now, and I wouldn't really stand a chance. Let's see if we even stand a chance with Gothitelle at +2. Oh, Gothitelle, you monster. You absolute monster. Can we hit the Hurricane? That'd be huge. We do hit the Hurricane. Fantastic work, everybody. So now what we can try and do is we can try and foul play the Indeedee, since we'll move before Indeedee if it's trying to go for Trick Room, and we can hit the Armarouge. The problem is... I'm trying to think if Earthquake activates weak armor. I think it does. But if it doesn't, then it might still be weak armor. It's not weak armor, right? It's definitely Flash Fire. What am I talking about? It's a Trick Room team. So now it's just what has better accuracy. Draco Meteor has better accuracy for sure. So I might have to do that to guarantee that we don't lose more Pokemon here. And then I'm hoping there's a chance that we can switch out Noivern, but I don't know if that's totally possible. We get the Draco. Because we didn't see the Follow Me, it makes me think they're trying to reset Trick Room here. No, they just Psychic into my Noivern. Well, that's okay. Gothitelle with the crit on the way out the door. Okay, this is interesting to me now. I assume they have the Torkoal, which is going to weaken my Hydro Pumps in the back. It also weakens my Hurricane accuracy. And they also have the Iron Treads. But they can't fake out this turn. Which does matter, I think. Try to dry hypnosis something. I might try and do that. I might try and dry hypnosis the iron treads. Let's try it. Let's see. And I think I have to Draco the Torkoal so it doesn't destroy me. Oh, they got fake out of my flying type. But it didn't matter because I'm Covert Cloak. And we hit the dry hypnosis. That's fantastic. That's really, really good for Iron Bundle. It's actually incredibly necessary for Iron Bundle because we did still die to the lowered HP. Torkoal there. We are not out of this by any means. I think I have to try and hit the Hydro Pump on the Torkoal. Like, it has to do a lot of damage. And I don't even know how we deal with you. Iron Bundle, I don't think was the bring. I'm now like, I wish I had, I wish I had Sandy Shocks, to be honest with you. Or I wish that I'd brought Iron Treads in the back or something. Like, I probably should have, like, Gothitelle and Noivern, maybe. Because Iron Bundle's asleep, I have to, as my win con, ignore it. I have to. We hit the Hydro. 7 move time is going to stay on the screen for some reason. If they wake up, I do have the one more turn of... Like, I definitely have an extra turn here because of... What's going on with the clock? Why is it in front of my face this whole time? Because of... Focus Sash. I think I have to try and Blizzard. Hydro Pump's going to do very little because of the... Yeah, because of the sun. But Blizzard's going to be less accurate. I think I just have to be trying to do this. This doesn't feel good. Hopefully their way of dealing with me is Wild Charge. They're going to stay asleep for one more turn. How many turns of Sun are left? Because I can just stall that out, in fact. 2 more turns of Sun. I think I'm going to try and just protect for a turn. No, I protect for the next turn, right? Because they might still sleep for another turn. This is gross. I don't like how this feels. I also don't like that the move timer is still on my screen. We're missing blizzards. It's the sun. It's not great. They do finally wake up. Stomping Tantrum is their move. Weird. We have to protect. Do I Blizzard and hope for a freeze? Do I Blizzard one more time, assuming that it's actually not very possible? Like, it's incredibly improbable that Blizzard misses a third time. Especially now that we're out of the sun. I just don't think that Hydro Pump... Like, they have the same base power, so they're going to be doing the same amount right now to the Iron Bundle. I think I might as well go for the Blizzard to try to get the freeze. Feels bad, but it's kind of what I have to do. We got it this time. Oh, it didn't do anything. Bundle was always going to win there. And Stomping Tantrum was incredibly smart because they had the Wild Charge, but they just, like, knew they could play around my Focus Sash. Yeah, mistakes were made in that game. Big time. Leading Iron Treads, I just, like, clicked it because I was like, well, they're going to go Psychic Train to lead, so I have to go and reset the Psychic Train. Well, for what reason did I need to reset the Psychic Train? Really? No reason. So Iron Tread should have come in the back, and then we would have had something for that Iron Hands instead of what we actually had, which was like a Delibird in Sun. Spilled milk. Good game to my opponent. Hey, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you want to use this Iron Valiant Sandy Shocks Gravity team for yourself, be my guest. The link to the PokePaste is in the description below. The rental code is on screen right now. And also in the description below is the rental code.
Keep in mind, by the way, that if I ever update a team, this obviously won't change the rental code on screen, but the rental code in the description always will. So go check that out in case this one's not working for some reason. I may have just tweaked something, and then the one in the description will always be accurate. There's also a full team breakdown in the description in case you want to go in there, see what the spreads are because you want to make a change on your end for a thing or two, but you like the overall idea. All of that details and stuff are always in the description as well. There's also a link to the Berm Firm Discord in the description. Come join us over on the Discord for all the viewers of the channel to talk and trade and help each other out with ideas and whatnot. It's a fun time over there. Can't recommend it enough. And if you wouldn't mind liking, commenting, subscribing, I'm sharing weird, fun teams, fun rental codes all the time, doing weird stuff like Gravity on day 1 of Series 2. So if that is any indication, there's plenty more in store. So if you liked this, you're going to like it if you subscribe and hit that notification bell. I assure you, friend. Thanks so much for watching this video. I sure do appreciate it. The channel's growing every day. I love it. I hope you're still enjoying it. And until next time, my name is Berm. See you later.